again to Creepy Cheapies with Dr. Lady here at the Library of Horror Hotel, where we look for the best in reasonably priced and well-made and effective and scary latex Halloween masks. Today's mask from Ghoulish Productions. We do a lot of Ghoulish Productions masks here on Creepy Cheapies. I can't help it. They keep making so many of the best masks. That's how it goes. We have to cover the best. Yeah, I was prepared for this one, huh? Anyway, great mask here called Toxic Zombie. Now, Toxic Zombie came out in the year 2015. If anyone can remember back that far. This 2015 creation, as you can see, would be a good bet to put with like a jumpsuit, like a uniform with rubber gloves, like a hazmat suit, you know, or some sort of a protective coveralls, and would be good for any scene in a haunted house or haunted hayride or haunted podiatrist or whatever, involving a sort of toxic waste dumping or you know, toxic waste being improperly disposed of, you know, nuclear waste spillage. As you can see, it looks like it's this battered sort of hood. It's all nasty and looks kind of dirty and greasy and smudgy and stained. And it's got one very creepy and wonderfully painted, detailed, realistic, spooky-looking eyeball going on there. Really give you the chills, kids. And when you're wearing this, I don't know if you can see it. I think there's some white paper in there. You see out of a slit up above there. Okay, and the effect you have here is that, well, this was a guy who was working at the, you know, the atomic waste or the nuclear power plant, maybe, or the nuclear plant or the toxic waste dumping place or whatever, something like that is where this person was working. And, well, something broke his faceplate right there. And now he is clearly of a nature that is more unfriendly and potentially violent and cannibalistic than he was prior to the accident. And you have the great detailing here with all the you know, radioactive waste sort of symbolism going on, and the cartridges that look like there was a respirator involved. I don't think he needs it anymore because he's a zombie now and he's not exactly breathing. Now this very well made and well painted great mask reminds me of Bruno Mattei's immortal classic movie of the early 80s, Hell of the Living Dead, also known as Night of the Zombies, also known as Zombie Creeping Flesh. Now, in spite of everybody's zeal to, you know, go overboard in making fun of that movie and talking about how terrible it is and what an awful movie it was, in spite of everybody's saying those things, it seems to have been one of the main influences on the zombie movies of a generation later, because a lot of very recent zombie movies seem to have drawn inspiration plot-wise, situational things, character delineation things from Hell of the Living Dead, aka Night of the Zombies, aka Zombie Creeping Flesh. For some reason, cheesy as the movie was, it seems to have been a huge influence on the genre. And there's nothing in it that looks exactly like this. The reason it reminds me of that movie is that there is a scene at the beginning that's really scary in the well, I don't want to say nuclear waste because that's not really what it is. It's this chemical plant, okay? Let's just call it that, where a dead rat found in the most sanitary, sterile part of the system comes back to life and scurries up under a hazmat worker's mask and bites him, and you see blood on the faceplate of the mask, and it's really creepy and disturbing. And anyway, this always reminds me of that, even though it doesn't look exactly like what was in the movie. And if you haven't seen that movie, resistance is useless. Nobody escapes without sitting through it at least once, okay? And yeah, great mask, good for your haunted house and your you know, your spooky Halloween events, especially if you like your horror with kind of a science fiction touch with again, you know, nuclear waste kind of zombies. And kids, be like Dr. Lady in your choice of good masks, but don't necessarily be like Dr. Lady in as much as displaying them on empty plastic beef jerky jars from the gas station convenience store.